Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Goal Study Abroad. Today I have with me Sanket, a student who recently traveled from Mumbai to Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to ask him questions about his recent experiences. Hi Sanket, thank you for taking out the time to speak with me today and to share your experiences. This is going to be super helpful for a lot of people. So thank you.
Hi Aditya. Yeah, man, I'm really glad to have the opportunity to be able to discuss these things with you because, as you said, this is going to be really helpful for other people who are planning to come here. Happy to be here and happy to help.
Awesome. Today I'm going to ask you questions around three things. One is travel, the second is college, and then your experiences that you have had so far. To begin with, why don't you tell us which college you will be attending and for which course?
Okay, so I'll be attending my lectures in Dublin Business School for my master's program in data analytics. It is a 1 year course and it will start from the 25th of January.
Oh, so spring intake that starts in Jan 2021.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's more like winter right now, but spring is around the corner.
Yes, that's true. So moving on to the travel section, when did you travel to Ireland and which airline did you fly by and did you have a layover anywhere?
Okay. So I got here to Dublin on the 8th of January and I traveled by Air France. So I had two flights, basically one from Mumbai to Paris and another one from Paris to Dublin. And in between, I had a 2 hour layover.
Are all the flights one layover or two stops kind of flight, or are there also a direct flight? And why did you choose this one layover flight?
Okay. So the reason for me choosing Air France and this flight in particular was that there was just a 2.5 hour layover in Paris. And for my other friends, they had a really long layover in Paris or maybe in Amsterdam. So the people that were on the same flight with me from Mumbai to Paris, they had a 9 hour layover in Paris and then they had to get on another flight from Paris to Dublin. So I made my booking pretty early, around 40 days before my date of departure. So because of that, I was able to actually get the flight ticket at an affordable price and also have a short layover.
Yeah, makes sense. Like 9 hours layover is brutal. I think anything above 3 hours is too much. And I think I've read somewhere that if you book around that window frame of 45 to 60 days before your flight, you get the best prices. So it makes sense. When you traveled from Mumbai to Dublin, like, did you have to take a COVID test? And where did you take the COVID test?
When I was planning my trip here to Dublin, it was not mandatory at that time to actually take a COVID test. But just to be sure and to be on the safer side, I did get a COVID test done. I got it done at a local government hospital in Mumbai for free. And I had the report and the results with me in 48 hours after taking the test. So at the Mumbai airport, they asked me if I had taken a test, but they did not actually see the report. They just asked me if I had taken it. So yeah. One more thing that I would like to add to this is, so after I actually got here to Dublin, I got to know that Ireland has made a test mandatory. So you have to, if you're coming from a country which is not in the EU, I think the test is now mandatory for you guys. And obviously the report should state that you are COVID negative. So the rules keep changing. So you really have to keep a track on the updates and visit the government websites quite frequently just to be sure, get the test done.
Yeah, so that is what I was reading on UK government side, that they have made it mandatory. So I was not sure about Ireland, but just to be safe, I think everyone should take a COVID test and
Yeah.
make sure that they are negative before they fly, so that they
Yes.
don't put people at risk on the airport, on
Yeah.
the plane, and wherever their accommodation is.
Mm.
Did the government people tell you that they have like a turnaround time, that they will come back to you in 48 hours with the test result, or is there a longer wait time that people should be mindful of?
I think in general you get the reports in 48 to 72 hours, and also if the test report is, or the day of taking the test
Mhm.
is more than 72 hours. So if there's more than 72 hours between you taking the test and your flight, I don't
Mhm.
think the report is valid.
Okay.
So you really have to be mindful of that as well. So
So
I
it's based on the time of the flight, is what you're saying, right? That if your flight
yeah,
is at 6 p.m., then you can just go back 3 days and take your
yes,
test after
yes,
6 p.m., 3 days before.
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes, correct.
awesome. And can you talk about what the current rules and regulations in Ireland are for people who are entering Dublin or entering Ireland? Like, what do they have to do? They have to fill any forms? How are they tracking you? Are you self-isolating? What's happening?
As soon as I got to the immigration counter in Dublin,
Hmm.
I was asked about the passenger locator form.
Yes.
So you have to fill an online form,
Hmm.
and there's also an offline form that you have to fill, but the online form is more important. The passenger locator form would have questions like where are you residing for the
Hmm.
first 14 days, and you would also need to fill in your contact details like
Hmm.
your phone number and your email address, and maybe your relative's phone number as well,
Hmm.
and a relative's email ID. So you have to fill that online form, and as soon as you fill that online form, you get an online receipt in the form of an email.
Okay.
So at the immigration counter in Dublin, you have to show that email to the immigration officer.
Hmm.
But you have, in case you haven't filled an online passenger locator form, there are physical forms available at the airport.
Okay.
You have to fill the form over there and then go to the immigration officer for your immigration process. If you haven't filled up the form,
Mhm.
you wouldn't be allowed to clear immigration.
Well, those are all the questions I had. If there are any other questions that people have, I'm asking them to leave them in the comments of this video, and I will reach out to you to get some answers if I don't know them already, and
Yeah,
we'll try to answer them as much as possible. Thank you very much for your time and sharing your experiences. I'm sure this will be helpful to a lot of people.
I'm really glad I have had the opportunity to have this discussion with you, which might prove helpful for other students.
If this video helped you in any way, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel Goal Study Abroad. I post regular videos about admission process, visa interviews, and then interviews with students about their experiences and tips. So do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.